right. Okay then. All aboard? Yes, old school Tuesday. Just like that. You're locked into the morning stew, man. Where is that for your Tuesday, October the 8th? Steve the Groove, what up?
Not too bad, Mr. Frisco. How are you?
All right, just checking in, change of weather conditions. I don't know how is it in your neck of the woods?
Well, it's hot like hell yesterday.
So you don't have windy conditions, like?
Not that great, not that much.
Okay, well, we are experiencing a nice southwest with sea state choppy.
No choppy tea still.
Winds 10 to 20 knots.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have to check on that because yesterday we were saying we were talking about Milton. Milton, a category 5.
Again, right? So we've seen it rapid intensification in less than 24 hours.
That's right, category 5.
And it seems that it happens in the Gulf a lot, where storms go from marginal right into catastrophic in the blink of an eye.
How you mean? How you mean? The people I would imagine in the areas by now they know what to do. They know the precautions to take. Whatever storm is different. But yeah, we wish you all well. I see one Belizean lady. She said for she roof me blow off already and I done batten down the hatches and open the blow off again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big story. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's not a fast-moving storm. It's winding right in that area for the last 36 hours.
Yeah.
But that west coast of Florida, I see, all things in panic mode over there. People moving out.
Yeah.
No precaution. Yeah. Everybody taking precautions right now. This one, I think, where Helene kind of passed through and woke everybody up. Yeah. And now, what's the name of this guy?
Milton,
the corner officer say, okay, I come for shell down the spot.
Well,
it's a double whammy right now for them, so
Yeah, we kind of figured out not we, but apparently some Republicans have figured out that if they put a map of the Republican swing states above the trajectory of the hurricane, and they have concluded that there are Jewish space leaders and the Democrats are controlling the weather, and then they try, inundate the Republican states. I mean,
you don't get no better.
You don't get no better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just, this is the foreign, this is the U.S., this is the most powerful nation on the planet. And every year, they get flooded, devastating hurricanes. They get wildfires can't done. They get what else? Tornadoes can't done. They even got tornado alley where the tornado know when you land. This is the way you go. And people
is that like the only part on Earth where there's tornadoes? Like for real?
No, I don't think so. But in the U.S., we get most of our news from the U.S. And I believe that all over the planet you have areas where hurricanes go, where tornadoes go. I could understand the hurricane, but the tornado. There's one guy I know that they say he built his house 4 times, right near the same spot. But anyway, where I'm going to try say is when you see we that Belize get some flooding, or as we experienced last year, we get fires. Earlier this year, we got fires, and it's all right to say, things rough, but I don't like it only happen to we. It's happening everywhere, so there are certain things like And then one day we have to acknowledge, yo, this is what happened wrong there time of year, and we prepare for it and we do the best we can and we move on. Um, yeah, but one thing we're good though, Mexico said that how they pledge to give him more power to Belize. Yes. So,
Yeah. What was it?
you know,
30
you
megawatts
know,
more. If if
yeah,
if some other plant goes online,
yeah, yeah.
there's
That's
what's the name of it? All right. So America has the most tornadoes, but again, America is like a entire continent by itself.
yeah, that's a whole continent by itself.
Yeah. 1 second. So yeah, there's some other grid that should go online for these folks in Mexico and CFE. And if that goes online, according to Shinebomb,
Mm-hmm.
we might get an increase, uh, something around 30 more megawatts.
You
Um,
know,
what's the thing?
you,
Let's see. Okay, there's two new plants to come on stream for Mexico in the south.
okay.
If those go online, that should be the scenario.
You know, entire neighbor we live across the street get cable, and you the use, and
Correct.
you
Yeah,
the
you
use
get a
what?
cable cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
discount cable.
Your neighbor get a cable, and you the use no Wi-Fi. And anytime you look, use the cable truck, come on, right away. You the pray that they upgrade so that your Wi-Fi speed going up. I'm just saying.
That's why the cable company restructured and things. So no more teeth cable.
Yeah, right,
No more
right.
teeth cablings. Yeah.
But
So. Mhm.
but we do wait for Mexico fix the cable so we Wi-Fi could go up.
Well, we're getting 55 megawatts. If you get 30 more, that would be 85, which
But
would
yet,
solve a lot of problems.
and then we never done produce another 30 pound we own.
Yeah, but those seem to be iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
those seem to
I know.
be. I mean, yeah, they when they say yo, we not generate power, they mean it.
Mhm. Why was there the blackout at Belize City? Because I tell you the truth, right? Whenever I hear Belize City have blackout, I always say, but wait, there are certain places, even though I don't live there, I'd have said there are certain places where would be the last to get blackout, like the capital of the country, Belize. When I talk about the other capital, we talk about Belize. And, thing like that. So when you hear Belize, they get blackout for 6 hours when the 90 odd degrees outside, man, that's a terrible thing
You're
right
talking
there.
about Sunday. I think they said they were doing
Yeah,
some
most of
maintenance, so they had to take off the two power
the
plants.
two with service believes, yeah, that's rough,
Hmm.
man. I don't feel bad for them. I feel
Right.
bad.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah,
No.
quickly back to this storm. While it's not affecting us, what? Did you ever say it's not? It doesn't feel like 10 to 20. What does it feel like, good sir?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it feels like. He says very windy on the road. It is. I mean, it's a clear difference from yesterday.
Yeah.
We are moving into we're
Cancellation.
moving into October, where fronts and things of the sort will start to come down and change the weather scenario. Right now,
Yeah.
what's
Talk
happening though
amongst yourself. Talk
is
amongst yourself for a second.
well, only me you and so I talk to myself. So right now it's I keep Milton, and due to Milton's energies, the type of wind we're getting is based on what Milton is doing. So at Milton's spin, we're getting that southwest and west
Yes.
because Milton controls, and we spoke about this like last week, right? When we talk about the energy these storms have. A
Mm-hmm.
storm in this region totally changes the wind flow,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the weather conditions for this entire region. So Milton is here spinning. It's a category 4, and it dominates how the wind patterns. Uh, it dictates how the wind patterns come, and so that's why we're getting that southeast. A storm and the amount of energy it has dictates the weather conditions in this entire region. So, again, have your best guess to how the hell you can control that. Yeah, there's not the amount of energy, at least right now, and the technology to control that. You best believe storms of that magnitude do what the hell they want to do and go where the hell they want to go. You there with me or not there with me, good sir?
All right.
All right, that's groovy. We should be speaking with the folks. I'm not sure who we're speaking to. Should be the
Today.
welcome center, but it's there's a youth symposium for mental health. We'll be touching that a bit, but yeah,
That's right.
that's coming
Yep.
up in just a few. But yeah, man, interesting. And remember now, we were looking at the scenario in front of us again. That did not manifest, but instead, a little flare up in the beer Campeche there. That's the one that decided to say, Simia.
Watch me out.
Yep.
Colville says that he's enjoying the school breeze.
Of course.
Feels like Christmas.
Yeah, I mean the heat's unbearable, and it's been for an extended period. It's been hot from like what? Like July, August, like extremely hot.
The hottest rainy weather.
Huh?
And so the hottest rainy weather. But
Yeah.
what happened, like I said, yesterday was hot.
Yeah, it's been
up
hot. I mean, yo.
Up until last night it was hot. Today, it feel like maybe half a degree cooler, but the breeze not there whip around like that up here on
Yeah.
this
For
side.
continue to get it, you must be lucky,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, for go
yeah.
outside.
We
For
to try get back Ocean Ike phone. That's how we try.
Oh Lord.
Ocean Ike.
I don't think Belize has. I don't think we've matured in 2024.
Or?
It seems that our people are playing catch up to what's going on in the world today.
Now we talk.
No, we're not talking about whether you agree or disagree with one's choices and behavior, but it seems that it seems we're not. It seems that we're not mature enough to view something and say, okay, fine, move on.
Move on.
So
Exactly.
this individual had something happen to her, and I have, in all the comments, it seems that people are happy to attack the individual because something happened to her.
Yeah. I think that jealous
And
bad
why?
side.
And I asked why? Why do we attack? Okay, that's her stuff. She does what
Yeah.
she wants. It's 2024. This is not
Yeah.
1950 where things are taboo. And
Exactly.
we behave as a people as if though it's the first time we see adult behavior.
me tell you something.
Adults behave as though it's
Yeah.
the first time they see adult behavior. You're not doing it. It's not affecting you, and the amount of it's nearly borderline bullying that everybody is attacking the person that was attacked.
Yeah.
Whether you
Yeah.
agree with a person's behavior or not, I don't see why the hostility against the young lady.
Got tell you something. A lot of them people hostility.
It's
they
like
got,
it's like they were glad that
two-faced. They
something
got
happened to
two-faced.
her. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny about me? You see the same way how I feel happy when you say I'm Belizean athlete gets signed by somebody out there and they get big money. That is the same way I feel when one Belizean got over 1 million followers. When one Belizean so fine that they could go up there and people and they watch her and they, yo, I can tell you something. Like you said, that is 2024. And if everybody find a way to make money, and you really have to be a prude or still stuck in at the past to hold it against somebody to say, you know what? I don't want painter, I could paint. I don't want singer, I could sing. I have a nice body, I could show it. Then they make legal money without hurting nobody. As a matter of fact, they probably bring in pleasure to more people than anyone that we probably ever would in our life. You know, so when something bad happened to a young lady or a young man, who they,
Anybody.
yeah, or anybody, why be happy except if you did it? Why be happy about it? Why be happy about it? You know,
No,
um,
again, and let. I mean,
you know what the
I don't
problem,
think the
Frisco?
majority of us are on top of the moral list.
Yeah,
And again, but
you,
that's not again. This is 2024.
no,
You could see something and move on. You could say, but
I am
there's a
telling
couple
you,
of scenarios over the last
uh,
couple of months where people are like Belizeans behave like we behave as
yeah,
though we're not mature, and when we see something of an adult nature, it's like the first time we've seen it.
right.
We
Remember
act
when
like
we were,
we have to mature, folks. We have to grow up.
remember when Tony Sex Tape come out and we kept it under
We have to
wraps and we
grow up,
wasn't making
man.
no
We
it.
have to grow up.
Yeah.
We have to grow up and move past it. Like yo. I
You,
mean,
you know what the problem is with Shaniki, I believe, and
I
like
don't
I
only
said,
talk
I know,
about her. I talk
I,
about in
yeah,
general.
yeah,
We've seen things
yeah,
over the last couple of months.
yeah. Well, I had to talk about her right now, and the reason why I believe she's getting so many negative comments because Shaniki herself made two different reports apparently. One report that was on Facebook was almost completely different than the report that was on the news. And I think that more people got suspicious of that more than what
And I
she
never
was
know Belize
doing.
pull up alone police. I hope
Oh,
when they see crime on the street, they go report it.
yeah. That's true. That's true. I'm gonna tell you something. But yo, I am a completely impartial person. I don't mind where Shanika did do to make her life comfortable and to get through this life. But listening to the two things, they did sound like two
Well, he
different
said one was
reports.
one incident and the other thing was another incident.
Oh, so she was reporting on two different
Yes, he said
incidents.
one incident happened first, and then that
Okay.
incident happened there. No, again, me no know, me no care. I mean, I'm saying that's her story. But
Yeah.
everybody seemed to be like jumping on the individual for something
Yeah.
that doesn't even affect them. It's like they're,
You know.
okay, they've heard of this individual, they've seen what she does, and all of that, and they're just waiting for, oh, say that happened. Let's jump on her and have fun.
You never get a fan badge from Fishery Club
No,
or
I'm
anything
saying
in a
same
car
thing the
and
other
let it
day
go.
was something on after the carnival, and remember the guy that was. So here goes a guy. Let's jump on him and have fun.
Oh yeah, the guy with
Like we
me
can't wait
lap
for
up on them.
somebody is in a compromising situation for everybody to jump and have fun. Have fun, y'all. I mean, but again, remember what goes around comes around.
That's why the beast that we created, bro.
And everybody
This is
who are public and likes to comment, one day maybe your day comes around. Because you
yeah,
put yourself out
yeah.
there when everything happens, you're the joker on Facebook. You're the guy with the smart comments. You're the individual with the memes. So you become a public person now because you choose to be. Be careful that one day something might not come around and bite you in the butt.
You see, but again, this the one thing that we as a society creating. We to create a whole new reality where stuff like this is what people gravitate to. Everybody have one opinion, and everybody feel like their opinion should be heard, and personally, I say big up the young lady. I hope that you go far in your life. I hope you get back your phone, but not let people in your house so easy where you don't know.
Yo, people
Thing
got
like that.
big argument about, oh, they know it this and they know it and that and this and that and that. Like, yo, the whole I want to sit down in a house and know all of this.
Yeah, right. Right.
Like, yo, it's the news, whatever it is, move on. And yeah, like, man, we really need to mature up, man. And stop
Like I
behaving as
say,
if
I
though,
proud of the fact.
like,
I proud of the fact my Belizean got so much followers and things.
I don't know, man. Suppose they come and pass their house and see you to watch porno, man. That be a big group to watch porno.
What?
Man, we can't believe it. Man, in a Belize, where we're 100% Catholic. Now everybody goes to church. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of self-righteous people they on Facebook they talk about somebody else's scene.
And you know what the irony of it is, Mr. Frisco? A lot of them people will talk about it. Eventually, they end up in the news. They do that.
This is what I'm saying. So be careful of karma.
They do that.
Hey, living out. I mean, let's grow up, folks. I mean, let's grow up. I mean, stop going like we're just the noble adult business.
Right.
Right? Make it stop going like we're just a noble adult business. Man, somebody there want to float the behaving in a erotic manner. All I believe is gone. Like the first time they see adult behavior. Grown people going, first time we see this. And we know they must say, their phone must say load up a loan porn site.
But you know that will happen. Yeah, but you know what happen with the thing too, bro. Somebody has said, ooh, that we gone on that float. And right away, I said, send me the video, send me the video, send me the video. And the video start to, even if somebody know me and post it, if somebody say, we're going on someplace, right away, video get out. That's how
hey, but Groove, can you not get a video, see it, and move on?
Of course.
Exactly.
Of
so you
course.
could see something, okay, I saw it, interesting, move on.
Yeah.
But we believe that, okay, okay, this is my turn to be somebody. Let me jump on Facebook and try to be somebody on somebody else's back.
Yeah.
So the only way many of us can try to be seen is at the expense of somebody else.
That's right.
And that's not a good thing. But it's a new time we're living in. Hey, Mr. Shelton the Four, watch yourself, sir. Watch yourself.
Yes. I was gonna comment about the change. I would let you change your fedora.
Oh, watch yourself, good sir.
I have to put on a fedora.
But yeah, man, that my piece on that. I mean, hey, I can say a million of those stuff. Why I need to jump on Facebook now and I want to be the Mr. Smirky or Mrs. Smirky. I mean, leave it alone. See it, move on.
I hope Poshani can find a phone back so you can continue post.
Whatever floats her boat, that's her hustle, not mine.
Exactly. Yo, I can tell you something. If only Genie came up to all of we that believes right now and say, I could, with a blink of an eye, I could make you change place with Shanike. You don't have to do the same thing what she did do. But you want to have the same followers, whatever lead notoriety and fame, whatever lead cash. I guarantee you a lot of ways that say, yo, change me quick. Flash me there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think it's just a level of maturity as a people. We need to mature. We have to go. Why is you trying to do me up right now on the hard of them things? Not yourself, sir. It's the big people affairs, right? Good, sir.
That's right.
All right, guys.
Jer says it's like P. Diddy and Trump. We don't know how to be happy for others when they are doing well. They prefer to bring you down, so everyone is struggled. Crab in a basket syndrome. Definitely, you are right, sir.
Hey, man.
Castellet says they haven't even picked up the debris from Hurricane Helene.
Yeah.
Debris will be flying in the air like missiles in Tampa.
Yeah, those people are getting out.
In LV. Yes.
You know that and it's not coming here, at least this one. But looking at all the news and what we're seeing, the visuals of it reminds me of when we saw Mitch coming and we knew what Mitch would have done. That's what's going on there. They see this thing coming from afar. They've just been visited by Helene.
Right.
And now they're seeing this thing coming and people are getting the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
That's
well,
an emotional thing, you know. When you're looking at something that's gonna come your way and change your life forever. This one tear down everything. You might come back, you might not have a home. You might not have a community. It's gonna take months, if not years, to build back if this thing comes and issues out this level of destruction that it has the potential to do. That's an emotional thing. I've seen some interviews where some of the residents they're speaking, but they're borderline crying. You see it in their eyes, you hear it in their voice. They know what's coming.
Yeah,
And you pray to
yeah.
yourself and say, "Yo, we are not out of the woods." That's why I'm
We
mentioning
hope
this.
we hope that they prepare well. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. And yeah, man. The only good thing is nowadays we have days, we have weeks to figure out when something is coming and more or less where it comes, and we have time
But I
to
tell you what, the
evacuate.
groove. But I tell you what, if the weather conditions were a little bit different, this thing generated right there in the Bay of Campeche, it could have actually gone into Merida, and they would have zero time to react.
Hmm.
So
Well,
so the south part of it is skirting
yeah,
the Yucatan area there in Mexico, but this could have easily been something where it came down. It could have been a
yeah, it's
scenario where
and
it would have come down and probably affected us if the weather
yeah,
conditions were different, the climate conditions were different.
and you see, and this is where I think that people who don't want to believe the climate science, people who think that it's all fake news, or we, I mean, when I say we, that the scientists not correct. Look how quick this thing developed. Yesterday, when we would say, "How? What are the power?" Dana told me it's a category 4, but in my mind, I said could not be category 4. And just like that, that thing gone to a category 5.
But
So what have to
yesterday,
tell me?
but yesterday, group, right in
Yes,
the chat when we were live, I was
this is
looking
what
at
I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah, it was 81 miles an hour, and
Yes, and then Dana passed, and Dana said, "Babe, I just saw it was category 4."
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I,
But somebody in the group said
uh-huh,
it's 155, and I'm looking at it, and it's still 81. The site wasn't updated yet,
yeah, yeah. But
and
you know
in
what that to
half
tell me?
hour.
Yeah, what that to tell me is that I don't know, I'm a scientist, not accredited, but what that to tell me is something that happened because once hurricanes and storms developing at the Gulf already, but not that fast, not that intense, and not that dangerous. And something that happened, the temperatures from the ocean, no matter where on the set, then they change, then they rise, and that just when the thing comes and come real fast and real big, you know.
Yep.
So let it be written. Yes.
For sure.
Oh, want to
Yeah,
say?
but again, we're seeing this rapid intensification happen right now in the Gulf last year and this year. We're
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we're in less than 24 hours, like less than like I mean I was watching the thing was 81 miles an hour,
Yep.
and in a couple of hours it went to 155. That when somebody in the group said, and when the show was over and I switched over and I checked the news, they were saying
I
update,
mean,
bam bam bam,
yeah.
the storm has
I miss saying I
intensified.
call you. I miss saying I call you. I tell you, boy, but
Yeah, it's
somebody know
like,
your
but
job.
what?
You
You gone
know?
from 81 to 155 in a couple of hours.
Yep. Yep.
So, rapid intensification is a thing now.
That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I want to believe Jan with a plan to move the foreign. Want to choose carefully where we want to go. Just for the record, if you go out in the Midwest, you might be in Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
If you go on the East Coast, you might be in Hurricane Way.
Mm.
If you go on the West Coast, they might have an earthquake and drop in at the ocean directly. Don't have to pick where you want to go, and you could move to Idaho. But
By DJ
unless you're a potato,
Smalls.
ah,
No DJ Smalls.
yeah,
And the
man,
man
big
say,
nowadays,
yeah, the
but
man they call you by government name. Yeah, big up Karima, Mr. Steve.
well, hell, what kind of
Yes,
thing that?
yo, Smalls, Mr. Williams.
Yes, yes, yo.
Oh,
After the break, we're gonna be talking about cattle because it look like bullying is back in school.
okay. All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. We'll come back, I guess. Our guest will be online by then, and then
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of things. All right, we'll take that break. We'll be right back. You're locked into the morning
Right back.
stew.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I draw attention to Mr. Frisco's fedora? Normally it's a baseball cap, but today, good sir, it's a fedora. May we ask why the change?
And let's put on the pause there for now.
Oh, hit it. It's
See
gonna
there? See,
Snapchat
that's
that.
it.
Gonna Snapchat that. There
That's
it is.
yes. That's the deep contemplation.
The man guy hand my face. People.
If contemplating was a person, we take a break.
Yes.
everybody, everyone's Tuesday, old school Tuesday, October the 8th. Just like that. October the 8th.
Before you know it, the middle of the month.
Huh?
So before you know it, the middle of the
Yeah,
month.
yeah, yeah. October is gonna fly. October is gonna move.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So because everybody they wait for Halloween.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know what I do for Halloween? I want to take I mix one little bit of cement and water together. Make it very, very watery. And I want to hang some oil, I want to dip some oil party in there. Then I want to stick one stick in at the ground with one hand there out. So it look like one small cross, but I have one hand out, then I hang all of anything over it, and I put my light in at the hand. And when that get hard, I look like the Grim Reaper standing there holding my light. That one bad. That one bad. Yes.
You trying to scare them people's kids.
That's
Alright.
right. That's what we're trying to do. What we're trying to
Alright,
do.
let's get Miss Gill on the live as we continue with Tuesday, man. Old school Tuesday. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
We
of
got
course,
her already.
reminding you that we're inside the $99 advertising special for the months of October and November. So take full advantage of that.
That's
Stop
right.
on
Good
by.
morning, Miss Gill.
Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad. It's a pleasure having you on the show again.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be able to be here with you guys.
May I ask you, the first I want to ask, do you normally look so pretty when you go to work, or you dress up for we?
Right.
No, I dress pretty for myself.
There you go.
Oh, very, very good. Very, very good. So how have you been?
I've been well. I've been well, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right here working, as always.
All right. So
And you
know-
guys?
today's discussion is the youth symposium that's going to take place.
Yeah, so
what's that all
we
about?
Yes, the youth symposium is going to be held on October 16th, and it is in recognition of Mental Health Awareness Month, which is in October. I mean, mental health is should be noticed throughout the year, but specifically there is a lot of attention during the month of October. And under the Mental Health Association, we have put together what we're referring to as the Youth Symposium, which is being funded by UNICEF. And we're also working along with the Department of Youth Services, hosting 120 students, high school students, at the Ramada Princess Hotel. And so the Youth Symposium is going to be led by youths. We have a 6-panel discussion. Those students will be from SCA, Edward P. York, Itsan, Canaan High School. So we have 6 students, SCA, that they will be representing their school and talking about mental health. And also the team is changing the narrative. So it's very important that we hear what the young person has to say in regards to mental health. What are the type of messages that they would like to hear when we're addressing mental health? Because young persons are affected by mental health.
What's the narrative?
And young people tend to keep the mental health issues to themselves, right? And sometimes it's very hard to notice because with young people, they go through hormonal changes, and their attitude change. And sometimes you see them like they're introverted, and you say, "Hey, is everything all right?" And they say, "Yeah," but you don't know whether it's just the growth hormonal thing or there's something deeper.
Yeah, and it can be, I mean, it definitely can be a variety of stuff. Definitely, when you're changing into your adolescent stages, there are chemical changes that are happening in your brain. So young persons are trying to figure out their identity, what their likes, their dislikes. You know, you're trying to figure out who you are, and
Yeah.
so and as well as the peer pressures out there that may be coming from other persons as well. So it is a variety of stuff. I mean, and as adults, we as well have our moments, and we as well keep a lot of what we're going through to ourselves. So you could
Mhm.
imagine as an adult what we're going through, and then with a young person trying to figure out who they are and what they're going to do with their lives and all of these messages that are being bombarded on them. So yeah, it's definitely an important thing to discuss. So it's going to be on October 16th, and we're hoping to have a very vital discussion. It's going to be from 1 p.m. to 4:30. We are picking up all the students who are participating. So we're having 10, we had invited 10 students from the 12 high schools in the city. And we have all
Mhm.
high schools that are participating in this event. So we are very, very honored and happy to have the participation of these schools and the students.
Well, speaking about that, is this one of the students that will be participating? I see we have another guest, Mrs. Elia LaRue. Good morning. Are you one of those high school students?
Wish I was. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assisting with facilitating this symposium, the youth symposium. I'm a part of the Mental Health Association, so I'm the vice president of the Mental Health Association,
Yeah.
and also a mental health practitioner myself. So October 16th, we do have, I think it's EPR, we have ITSAT, we have Palate, we have ACC, SCA, and we have Kanan who will be on the panel discussing more about how do we change the narrative to talk, to be open in talking about suicidal thoughts, that it's okay to have these suicidal thoughts, but what do we do with them? What is happening?
Yeah. You see, and one of the things that well, we would like to know what the narrative is. I think we all have an idea what the narrative is right now. Is that I put up a post the other day on my page that said I would rather you talk to me than attending your funeral or something like that if you want to talk. And I think that because we live in such a small place, like Belize, I think a lot of people are leery to come out and, tell you their innermost thoughts because of our culture and because of the way that it's always been. And especially, I think with young people, they have so much information, both positive and negative, coming from so many different places that and then they choose that time to want to like isolate themselves and withdraw. You know what I'm saying? And so it's even harder to get into them, and to get close to talk. What are some of the things that parents and adults or friends could do if they see somebody that they don't think you know, is okay?
Right. And sometimes the signs aren't what we think it is, right?
Hmm.
So yes, sometimes you'll see people who would disassociate. That's what we call move away from the crowd. But there are other people who are very much social, right, and trying to please everyone, but behind closed doors a lot is happening. So it's very important that you speak, you form that communication and that trust with your child, right? They won't just come out and say this because it's something, again, that we don't want to talk about. So forming that trust, asking them more than just, and as a parent, asking them more than just, oh, how's your day at school? but asking them things that would actually open up a conversation. So, hi, your friend Heidi was at school today. Tell me a little bit more about what she had for lunch and what did you, and then you
Yeah.
start bringing that up. Yes.
Um, is it harder to see someone that's experiencing mental health in a younger person or an older person?
Well, it's the same. It's the same for all of us,
Yeah.
right? We do know that suicide is the second leading cause of death for youths and adolescents. So this
Mhm.
is happening already within our community, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we do want to make that known out there that this is happening. um, there are people you can get in touch with. There are mental health practitioners you can get in touch with. But most of all, reach out to your peers, right? So
Yeah.
even within friends, sometimes that kind word as well, right? Just reaching out to them, building that trust and building that relationship is important.
When you
Miss
speak
Gill,
about when you speak
Yes.
about mental health, we naturally tend to go specifically at a place, and we know what we're talking about. Um, but if you're focusing on youth, and then that kind of ties in with parents, um, a parent might say, "Yo, this might be it's just a part of growing up." How does mental health really tie in? Apart from the suicide, I know you've mentioned that a couple of times. But how does mental health play into the daily goings ons with our youths and teenagers? What are the other things that we're seeing where we could say we need to have a youth symposium to address mental health? Because we might be like, mental health, I mean, you know, how does that affect me?
No, but could I just say that's a very good question, Frisco, because when you say mental health or when we talk about mental health, right away, the majority of people would have said, "Oh, crazy," something like that. But mental health, that is only one aspect. There's a whole lot of aspect of mental health that has nothing to do with crazy. Um, the foreign people go speak to psychologists, to counselors, because there's something that they need fixing. It's not, I mean, it's just the way we look at when we say mental health, what we look
Yeah.
at, what we think of right away. And that's, I think, a lot of our opinions have to change about, how we perceive mental health. When I hear mental health, I try to believe, okay, somebody is going through. I don't jump to this person not correct right away. I'm just saying somebody's going through some problems where they need help with, and everybody go through that. It's just that some choose to get help and some choose not to.
Yeah.
Right, Miss Gill?
And I think, Mr. Group, that's an excellent response to Mr. Frisco's question. And I think that his question is a very, very vital question, an important question to address because there's, like you mentioned, there's when we go into the different diagnoses
Mm-hmm.
of mental health, but mental health affects all of us. And we're not just limited the conversation to mental health in that aspect. Because, like you said, in our culture, we tend to automatically go to that thought of, oh, mental health equals crazy, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Yeah.
that that's why Mr. Frisco's question is very important and why a symposium to discuss this is very important because this is where we break barriers down. This is where we bring more understanding of what mental health is and what it encompasses and to expand our language as well because sometimes while words are words and they come with their definition we can utilize those words um, and create barriers, create stigma, create discrimination. Um, but in all our lives, throughout the different stages in our lives, chemicals in our brains are changing consistently. The stresses of life, um, getting a new job, moving away to a new space, moving into a new school. Now imagine a student who now their safe space for about 11 years was primary school. Now they're going into high school. This is a new realm for them, and not only them but also for their parents, because while they may have not experienced certain things in primary school, now they're experiencing different things in high school. So the parents are also experiencing those things. So that's why it's important to have these discussions openly and frequently, because that's how we break down the barriers. Because oh, we're on the media, we're on the radio, and we're talking about mental health, and we're talking about it not clinically, but we're talking about it openly and freely. And that gives people that safe space to understand that, okay, this is okay to talk about. Um,
Yeah.
and that's why going back to the symposium is so important, because we want to hear what the young persons have to say. Um,
Yeah.
if I can also, I mean, this dialogue on mental health is so huge, and it's not just limited to a 15 minutes talk, or it's a
Yeah.
continuous conversation, you know. But at under the Mental Health Association, we decided that this is something that we can bring to the forefront and talk about with young persons. Also, for the center here as well, I think Mr. Groove, you asked a question about young persons. We do have young people in this country that are homeless, and it can stem from a variety of stuff. We've come in contact with three young persons, and when I say young, this is like 16, who are homeless, don't have a home, sleeping on the street. So these things, and their cause and effect, right? You can talk about abuse, neglect. There's so much that we can discuss as it relates to what are the cause and effect of mental health. Okay,
Once
And
so
you're indeed right, that mental health requires more than a 15-minute segment. This segment basically is just to promote the event that you're having, but
yes,
mental health is something that is one of those things, like with the motorcycle accidents that are happening across the country. I think that there need to be more PSAs, public service announcement, so people could be aware where they could go and talk or get help. I think one of the problems is with young people nowadays is because of social media. A lot of young people thrive on being liked on social media. And
there's a unfair and unbalanced
yeah, yeah,
criteria to live up to, and that stress by itself when you don't come
exactly.
up to that
And with
par.
and
yeah, with this.
if I can interject here, right, Mr. Groove,
Mhm.
I
Stop.
want
Hold
us
on.
to.
Wait. One second. One second. I am continue to call you Miss Tina if you call me Miss Groove. All right. Drop one of them. Either the Mr. or the Groove. One of them.
Okay, Groove.
Thank you. All right.
I think that, and this is the thing that for me, that is very important. We have to start discuss things um from a human being perspective, and not
Mhm.
categorize it as young persons or older persons. We are human beings, and we are all affected by some of the very, very same things. Like, for example, Frisco said, young persons have, they want to live up to a certain standard on social media. That can be extended to adults as well,
Yeah.
because there are a lot
Look,
of adults as well who are promoting themselves one way on social media, and they're looking for that attention, they're looking for that validation. So it's not
Yeah.
just limited to young persons. um
True.
but to continue in promoting
Let me
um
let,
yes,
let me
go
grab a
ahead.
call. Let me grab this. I hope this is pertaining to the discussion. Carmelo?
Frisco,
Yeah, yeah.
the call was about suicide.
Talk to me.
I wanted to talk about suicide.
Well, we have a guest on, so we can't divert too far. And
Oh,
so,
okay. All right, brother Frisco.
but if you have
Yeah.
something about that, you could feel free.
I I I wanted to say that there was a point in my life I tried to commit suicide.
Okay.
I went home and I prepared everything. I had my note, I had my recording. And amazingly, my neighbor saved my life because I had a neighbor who had two daughters live across the street. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, she would scream the holler for me. And when I had tied up my neck with a cord in a doorway and I had already jumped. And my neighbor started screaming at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I thought somebody was trying to hurt them. So me that I got an itch on my chest, took down the thing, ran over. Her pipe was burst in the bathroom, and she was having a fit. And I started crying, and she was like, "Luke, why are you crying?" I helped put her back the pipe, do everything. And it wasn't until a year later that I told her why I was crying, and I realized that I reached that point, and I said, I can't believe I went that far, because after that day I realized that I am here for a reason, man. There is no way I'm going to take my life.
Hey, look.
Hell,
Let me ask you something. Without getting to the specifics of it, what kind of factors like drove you like to that point? What you not to get into it, but
no, I at that point was on drugs really bad. I was smoking crack and I was out. I looked at my life and I said, no, man, this can't be the reason I'm here. My family, I had done some stuff. I got underneath some people's skin. The only thing I didn't do was steal from people. And I was thinking that this drugs was okay because it was my money. If I go to work and I make $1,000 and I want to take drugs, that's my money. I'm not affecting you. But when it got beyond that point, that at the same time, my family is looking at me, my sister, who I love very much. If my sister has to go and find me at a crack house, and I look at my sister cry, like my sister cried, my sister said, "Look, I am so disappointed." And then I start realizing all these things come back and they start eat at you. And on this day, I went home and I said, you know what? I can't live like this no more. I think I hit this rock bottom. So I got a 100-foot extension card. I got out a old tape recorder. I recorded my last testament to the world and what I wanted to say. And I decided, well, goodbye, cruel world. But this lady who I said, Miss Sherry Hamilton, she died already. She worked at the Human Development, and we were good friends. But without she knowing it, at 1 o'clock in the morning, she was a neat freak. She liked to clean. I used to tell her, I said, your whole life you tortured because you go on a morning, you go and clean, 12 o'clock you clean, 6 o'clock you clean. And she was cleaning, and she broke the pipe. And thank God she broke the pipe, because the way she was screaming, this wasn't, I broke a pipe scream. This sounded like 2-3 people trying to get in her house, her 2 daughters and her. And the hero kicked it in me. I never see how I get this thing off. I ran back down through my door, ran upstairs. She was already at the door because I was screaming while I was coming up, and she opened the door and I said, "Sure, what happened? What happened?" And she said, "The pipe broke in the bathroom and it went up everything." So, I started crying. I lost it right there.
Look.
Yeah.
After that event, what did you do? What factors played a role in changing your mindset after that?
Well, Frisco, ever since I was a kid, I was that kid that everybody gave up on. I went to 22 schools. Everybody gave up with me. Everybody said I would spend my life in prison. But every time people put me down, I realized that I am here to shine, brother. I am who I am today because of the failures, the mistakes. I don't regret a lot of it. I was on drugs. I took drugs like I'm telling you. I worked literally all week, and I got paid, and then I said, I'm going to take drugs. I didn't bother nobody. I didn't go and thief people money. I didn't swindle anybody. I had no conscience to bother me. This was my money. Now, when it started affecting me going to work, and then it started affecting me that 3, 4 days I did at the same spot, the smoke, I didn't even think about take a bath. And these things started coming to me that, I realized, I come from a very diverse family. I have people who look up to me and I look up to them, and when you're the black sheep and you start tearing this thing down, and then people feel bad because people look at you and they want to be proud of you, but the things you're doing makes them away from you and shun you, and it's not their fault, it's your fault. But then you get that inside and you start, oh, this one don't like me, and then sometimes the easiest thing to do is say goodbye, cruel world. Now, after that, nobody could tell me. I realized, Frisco, that little distance we swim to be a child, I was here for a reason, and I want to tell you something. God, I don't know the reason yet. Maybe it's not come true yet. But there is definitely a reason I was put on this planet, and it's not to be a nincompoop or a knucklehead or just a drug addict. I'm sorry. I don't think that's the reason. I went to prison, and I realized when I went to prison the second time that I can't go to prison. When you go to prison, you meet a lot of guys who you look up out up on the street, and when you meet them in prison, you're ashamed to be around these guys that are like, and these are the people where I looked up at out up on the street. These are the kind of gutter sniping, conniving, low-life, low-down people I associate myself with. Nah, man, I bigger than that. So I had to disassociate myself from a lot of things around me. One of the things I had to do was fight. It didn't stop. I didn't stop taking drugs the first year. It took a while. It took me about 2 years to stop, to say, something. Look, you don't need drugs. And you are high on high. You are on your own high. Because I didn't even like how drugs made me feel. After a while, it didn't make me feel all super hype up and my mom, I'll give you this last story before I left. I used to smoke weed and I used to take cocaine. So one day I went home and my mom said, son, let me ask you a question. Because my mom was My mom said, whatever you do, what do you do when you come home and you're all quiet and you look like you would kill all of us in a heartbeat? I said, Mom, I'm smoking weed. When I smoke weed, I think evil, wicked, hurtful, disgusting things. I have evil thoughts. It doesn't work with me the same way it does with everybody else. So my mom said, and why when you come home and you're all hype and you tell everybody joke and you hug up everybody, what you doing then? I said, I'm on cocaine and rum. My mom said, well, son, please don't ever smoke weed anymore. Stay on the cocaine and the rum. But don't come home high on weed. And Frisco, it's hard to explain. When I tell people, I have nothing against weed.
But Luke, I get a part, but we're going to discuss the...
Let me just say this before I go now. I have nothing against it. When I do it, it makes me think evil, wicked. I think about how it would feel to take a hammer and hit somebody in the head till it stuck in their head. That's not right. These thoughts are scary. I think of evil, wicked. I can't lie to you and tell you, it gives me butterflies and makes me see rainbows and teddy bears. It scares me. That's why I don't do it. And some people can. It's just like some people can't take alcohol. They become different. I become different whenever I smoke weed.
Gotcha.
I get scary. I don't want to deal with a lot of people. I think evil, wicked.
Smoke weed then.
Gotcha.
That's
all right,
me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Luke, thanks, man. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you so very much for sharing your story, Mr. Luke. I think that stories like these need to be heard on the daily, because I'm a firm believer that your life story is not just for you, but it's for someone else as well. There is so much that we can discuss based on what on what you shared. Thank you so very much for having that courage, for sharing your story. And this is what we need. We need safe spaces where people can feel safe to share their story without judgment.
You know
So
what?
thank you
You know
so
what
very much.
caught me? What caught me with what Luke said, and I've heard a few people who are addicted to anything. They said that it was when they realized how they were affecting their families. You know, it's when they realized what they were doing. It wasn't so much what it was doing to them, but when they realized how much it hurt their families and
Yeah.
like that.
Mm.
Um, that this
So,
whole conversation is something that, like you said, need way more time and
yeah,
consistent time.
Quickly though,
Consistent
quickly,
yeah,
time.
it
one
does.
point. What that does bring into focus is another factor of things that affects young people, especially those who might be trying these things for the first time, right?
Mhm.
Alcohol, marijuana, maybe something stronger, and these are the things that would affect young people in an adverse
Mhm.
way where now they don't have any control over what's because they're new
Yeah.
and they're being exposed to
Mhm.
these things. So you have,
Yeah.
and again, that's why the symposium, I guess, is so important because there's the daily stress, as one steward texted me, daily stress of of being
Yeah.
successful in class and studying
Yeah.
and all of
You
that stress by
so, so
itself.
much
And they
things.
and
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. So much things affect young persons. I mean, and it's not just limited to the possible exposure to drugs and alcohol,
right,
to sex, to your parents arguing every day at home, your mom and dad getting a divorce or separation,
right.
moving, having to move away from your friends. So a lot of things can contribute to the mental health of a young person, an older person as well. So
Right.
but just so I know we're about to wrap up, so I just wanna do the final promotion
Somebody
of
wants to know if it's going to be
what's
streamed
happening.
online.
Yes, we're working on a live stream. So we're hoping that we do have a live stream available on the day of the symposium. So we have 13 schools who are participating, and 6 out of those 13 schools will have a student represented on the panel. EP York, ITSA, Palote, SCA, ACC, and Canaan High School. So we want to thank all of these schools to so readily wanting to be a part of this youth symposium. Again, it's being held on October 16th from 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. We invite the media to come out and do a coverage over it, so that
Yeah.
they can take part. Also, the students have also been tasked with creating a video segment, which will be shown at the symposium. The video is supposed to cover suicide prevention messages and information on mental health, and all the videos will be submitted from the school and be shown at the symposium. And we're going to do one, putting together the videos and making one uh, video that we are going to share with the media houses so that they can promote. Because Mental Awareness Month is held in October. We also
Mhm.
have 8 schools that are also hosting a Rags Day. Those schools are Anglican Cathedral, Wesley High School, Canaan High School, Mad William, Sadie Vernon, Gwen Lizaraga, and Excelsior. They will be hosting a Rags Day, Paint the Campus Green. We ask the students to wear the color green in representing of Mental Health Awareness Day, which is on October 10th. And there is a $2 fee, and all proceeds will go towards the Welcome Resource Center. We are also going to take part, the Welcome Resource Center is also going to take part in the City Council Super Sale, which is going to be on October 26th. So we're going to have a pop-up sale. Clothing will be no more than $5, so you can come out. We're going to have some nice pieces out there. Come out and support our center. And lastly, on November 16th, we are going to be hosting a tea and talk We are going to have a guest speaker. We will have tickets on sale later on in the month so that people can purchase ticket and come to the Welcome Resource Center. We're hosting about 50 persons, and we are looking at strengthening support system for families. We will have a guest speaker who will be addressing the audience, and we're hoping that that is also a success for our for Mental Health Association and the Welcome Resource Center. So thank you guys so very much for all the support that you give to us, and we look forward to continuing this relationship with everyone.
Yes, and we just want to say thank you and the staff over at the Welcome Resource Center for doing a fine job in trying to help the people that need help, the people that all of us should be helping. You guys are out there doing that. So respect to that. And again, you have an open invitation. Whenever you have any information you want to get out, feel free to contact us at the Stew. And we, believe it or not, we understood. We always talk about stuff like mental health. We hit on like suicide because it's conversations like that we need to keep in the public eye. So thank you for the job you're doing. I do nothing for Thanksgiving.
Another way that's so, man.
Oh, all right, good. All right.
But
Thank you.
I just have to say though, the whole Frisco no make a scene today, man.
You're not seeing me?
No,
I'm right there.
No, you're on.
I'm not
we're,
seeing you.
That's
we're
wild.
seeing you on the man have on his chateau. He has on a fedora today.
I don't know how you not
Okay.
see me. That's
Yes.
strange.
And Miss Lisa Love, is Miss Lisa there?
No, she's on.
On assignment.
Okay.
Yeah, it is shopping. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you
Yes,
gentlemen have a lovely day, and thank you so very much for supporting us and having us all the time. Really appreciate it.
Not at all. You have a great day yourself. Say hi to Doris
Okay.
for me. Mhm.
I will. Okay,
All
then.
right.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Take care, man.
Take care. hmm
All right.
There she is, Miss Tina Gill from the
That's
Welcome Resource Center. Don't forget, it's all happening October 16th from 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Ramada Princess Hotel. Let's change the narrative and discuss mental health. Yeah. Yeah, we could have. You were seen on the stream, but I guess she personally couldn't see you on the Zoom link up for some reason. So,
Yeah.
But-
But yeah, interesting though. That's a
Yeah.
that's a broad, and we try to touch pieces here and there over the
yeah,
over
Yep.
the space
yeah, man.
of the
Because
show. But yeah,
mental health is just our idea of it. It goes all the way back to when we had, remember, Praise the House. That was what the official name was.
yep.
Then we had Sea View, and then we had Rock View. So that
You're right.
always stuck.
You're
But
there.
mental health go from a little bit of assistance to a great deal of assistance, and a lot of people swear by counseling. So
All right,
check
hold
it
on, let me
out.
grab this. Yeah, Ram, what's up?
Well, greetings, my brothers, greetings. You see, you say the woman have to run things. Woman run things long time. That you may say yesterday. I tell you, they run things long time.
Okay.
Well, because
Of
they
course.
not do it like we. We do it all out. They do it behind the scene, but they control things.
that's right.
Remember, we born for a woman, so they know how to control things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man that
That's
head,
the
man
one
that
thing. The
neck.
next thing, I mean, want to tell you, Steve, I don't know if you know eat turkey and ham, imported turkey and ham. We know nearly never get none because last week the ports of USA was on strike, 45,000 stevedores.
Yeah, but they are there, but
the
about don't worry.
for ham because that's not the go.
Mm.
Hmm? You see? Yeah.
That fix
Then
it.
you tell me I can't late, but I tell you, you bring the good topics too late, man. But I didn't tell you what to do. That's your program, But
Yeah,
maximum respect to you all.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Steve said not to be prejudiced. What I did tell him, I am prejudiced. in the context and what I studied to be prejudiced no means against other race, means you protect your race. So you gotta be ready to protect who you are, who your roots and everything, because other people not gonna do it for you. And the international scene, we always talking about colonialism and anti-colonialism. I was very happy that the going president of Mexico and the one that took over, Miss Claudia Sheinbaum, she said she not invite nobody from Spain because he's the president of a free country. So if you want come. If you not come, the same thing. Well, I say I like people who talk like that. Respect my brothers.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
All right.
Take care, I had to respect the woman more if you say we dropped a claim to Belize because it was unfounded to begin with, and we should never sign no document saying that the claim was justified. I guess.
Yeah, we'll take a break here and then
Yeah, we're gonna take a break. When you're gonna come back, we're gonna talk about another part of mental health, bullying, because that definitely is something mental about bullies. You know what? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah. After the break.
aboard, and the best time to come back is 7:11. Oh, really? Oh, yes, it is. Man, okay, I don't know. This. So welcome back to the morning stew. I swear, this. I have a clock that works in reverse. This one does not get go slow. This one speeds up.
Yeah.
You know, like, after a time, your clock or your watch might tend to go behind a minute, 2 minutes, as this one goes ahead.
I got one battery clock that fell in at the fish tank one day, and it still worked. But when the battery started to go dead, it moved faster. Instead of the time slow down, it go faster. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's now officially 8 minutes past 7 o'clock as we are inside Old School Tuesday on the morning stew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that our news center, they had put up a story about this young man that was bullied at SJ school. A relative of the student said that he suffered a broken hip bone, and as a result, the young man is bedridden and need emergency surgery. Bullying is one of those words that need amending. Bullying is sort of like when they say socializing instead of saying drunk. Bullying is a criminal.
Yeah, so what I've not seen with that story was the person who inflicted this trauma. Was that person arrested, charged?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that part, but
Yeah, it's like
know.
it's vague with the information,
Yeah. If you look at a young kid in a school and you see them drawing, and say, oh, this kid will be an artist. If you see a young kid in a school playing a musical instrument, oh, he's going to be a musician. If you see a young kid in a school studying, he's going to be a scientist. If you see a kid in a school to beat up other kid, that's going to be a criminal. That's going to be a criminal. And, these things have to be treated as such. This is assault on another person, and the thing is, I always maintain, if you, who said there was a TV show on when named Beretta, they said, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah. And that's the thing. If you're old enough to commit crimes, you should be old enough to pay for them, one way or the other. So I think that when you see kids starting to bully, deal with them accordingly. Don't have them continue coming to school, threatening other kids and stuff like that. A bully is a bully. So it's a young criminal.
Well, I don't know if the lack of information is because whatever investigation is in some early stage, and I've seen it for a couple of days. I don't know if the parents of the young person has gone to the police. I'm not hearing about any police involvement.
Yeah.
I'm just hearing that, this person has some medical issues here and are seeking assistance.
Yeah.
But
what happened?
What's the story? I mean, there's something missing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This kid, he's gonna have to his schooling be put on hold for a bit, I guess. There is going to be a financial cost to the family. And schools have to start to protect their kids and realize, bro, there's some cruel realities that political correctness we can't accept. But there are cruel realities where people have to accept, bro. Not everybody want to learn. Not everybody want to better themselves. Some people rather better themselves by disabling others. And those are things that we have to realize early. and deal with them early.
Yeah. Let me see. Coming out of the Crime News Center, what we got.
Mhm.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, well, that Feinstein thing is the judge ruled against Feinstein in this initial scenario. I mean, it's a complicated case. It's a big money dealings. You might get bogged down in all the legalities of it. I only know it's a lot of money business, land, and all of that. But
Yeah.
anyway, the initial
Yeah.
case that was taken, the judge ruled against Mr. Feinstein, who opposed that State Bank enterprise currently under receivership. Joined his case opposing the government's compulsory acquisition of the 24-acre State Bank Island extension.
Yeah.
They filed a motion, Feinstein did, for a motion for relief against the government's move. He also sought an interim injunction to restrain the government from taking any further steps to compulsorily acquire the land extension, which is in his name.
Yeah.
The judge decided
Once the
in
money-
favor of the receiver and ruled that, well, he lost that initial case there. So, yeah.
Bro, it's a funny thing. Once the money value go over $2,000, I can't understand that. God, and way out of my reach. But the simple thing where I always question is when these deals got signed, were they legal at the time or were they illegal? And I just have
Well,
to
the
wait to
government
see
made
what
a
happens.
move. The government made a move about the whole thing, and well, the judge ruled in favor of that move.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, under one government it would be illegal, and under another government it's illegal.
It's way complicated. I can't even begin to explain.
Yeah, exactly, sir. All we
Yeah.
could do right now, we dip on the roller coaster, just enjoy the ride and sweep away,
Yeah, I mean,
Because-
it would take some, inner knowledge to. That's basically what I read summarily. But I mean, it's the,
I not even at this point, I don't even understand who own what, who try to take what, who owe this one that. I don't know nothing. I just know, just like with everything else, both sides feel like they're legally correct.
yeah, because remember the State Bank was one parcel, and then they did land reclamation and extended the land. And so the disagreement is about should the extension land be should the entire thing be the deal rather than. So it's like there's the extension land and there's the original land,
Oh.
right?
So because of the
Feinstein saying, well, the
extension
extension land
land,
of me, and so that's the dispute about the extension land.
my granny used to
24
tell
acre
me,
island is 24 acres extension,
Mhm.
and that was in Feinstein's name. Meanwhile, the original piece, the original center, was in the State Bank Enterprise name. So it's
So-
legalities, yes.
Oh, so like Feinstein cling on to State Bank.
Well, he's saying the extension of he, not for the separate thing,
Not for
and
State
they're
Bank.
arguing that it's not a separate thing; it's one thing.
Well, okay, but State Bank that the thing where they get fixed right now, not the thing where they get built up, right?
Yes, but they did an extension, 24 acres. Feinstein did, but then he put it in his name rather than the State Bank name.
Oh, so it's gonna be like his private thing.
Yeah.
You see there? That's why anything over $2,000, I need a consultant because I don't understand anything. Everybody right, but for some kind of way that no sound correct.
Well, hey,
That doesn't-
it's
Yeah.
legal wranglings. These people,
Yeah, I know.
these people are not novices in that area. There's another motorcycle accident that was in the news. This happened on Sunday night on the San Roman Road junction there, Philip Goldson Highway. Again, motorcycles. You got one life to live, folks.
Yeah.
Um.
And again,
So
that's what I'm
domestic
saying.
violence. We did not discuss this yesterday. It should have been so this guy uh drug is what did
Allegedly
it pass tense that word? Dragged
drop.
his
Uh,
uh woman outside. Poor Gasolina, like, okay, where are we here now? What are we doing?
well, all this is alleged, but he was already. I think he was
Well, young lady
charged.
has burns, second degree
Yeah.
burns. So
But what happened? Initially, they had said it was an accident,
I don't know
including
how.
the young lady. Yeah, the young lady said it was an accident too.
I accidentally throw gasoline for me and light it.
Yeah, well, you see, and that's why I think that the police went and charged them
Right.
because they realized that they're not like they're not.
Yeah. Well, I never
What happened,
worry
you know
about
what?
we understand what that is, but we're talking about where we are.
As a society.
Right. This is what, right?
Yeah, but I would ask myself more. The bigger question to me is why would the victim side with the person that did it?
What do you think?
You know, that to me is a bigger problem right there. This person allegedly. I mean, I figure if anything happens, somebody probably dash gasoline, light the thing, and all of a sudden wake up. Oh my goodness! Look at where the hell are they doing? Try, out it. But the point is, it was done. It was done.
Yeah.
And
That
you know,
that's not well. The charge is in relation to the act,
yeah,
attempted
Yeah.
murder. That's a charge.
yep. That's what that
So
is.
that's the seriousness of what you did. That's no little accident thing. So the charge does add up to what the individual did. That's no small thing. That's not no common assault. None of that stuff. That's attempted murder, and that's what
Yeah,
it was 11.
I don't understand. How could you explain, even if the people believe, all right, it was an accident. What was the sequence of events to that accident? How could you accidentally dose somebody? All right, I made a mistake and I dosed somebody. Then how could you accidentally light one? If you dose somebody, the first thing we did, I move them away from anything with flammable. So again,
and also, guys,
as
I
the
mean,
most-
so he did it, what, in rage, and then realized what he did, and
and then
tried to-
realize, yeah.
So we gotta
what
be
happened and
in
it-
control of our
Faculties.
feelings and our emotions,
Yeah.
because it's quick to
Yeah.
if you have a short fuse, and this is not a man's perspective, but I mean, if you have a short fuse, you gotta
Lot of
try to
things could
control that,
happen.
because guess what, you might get hit with one attempted murder charge. They know this young lady now has burns. I mean, burns are not an easy thing for deal with.
Yo, bro. Yeah, that's true. But I tell you what, bro. Anybody throw gasoline and light to me, you.
That
best
one
believe I know I-
serious business. That one, yo.
I know I nothing to do with you after that.
Yeah, that exactly. You ruined my how I look,
Yeah.
the pain
Not
I
only
have to
that,
deal
you
with.
want to try again. Yo, once you could in a relationship for 10 years and never cuss your husband or your wife or your boy or a girl. And one day you cuss them. You want to realize 1 week down the road you are cuss them again. And you want to continue to do it again because you realize you could.
Yeah, Camilo.
And something like this, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he realized that he made a mistake, right? That's how he realized.
A mistake on
he should not
casa.
do it, that he should not have done it,
Mm.
And he realized that he made a mistake about it. But about it there,
Yeah. The problem is you can't take back the damage once it's done.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Or the
Yeah.
intention.
So guys, we gotta think about that thing, man. You gotta think about that thing right there, because
Mhm.
yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. What else?
What's that?
There's so they say it's a fungus that is affecting the sugar cane, at least one farm that's affected with some new, and they're saying it's the heat that's causing they suspect to be the culprit. Why this fungus has now started to affect the sugar cane.
Mm.
Interesting. They say the exact strain of the fungus has not yet been identified, but they have a theory. They believe it to be a part of the Fusarium family, and it's being detected in Belize for the first time, but affected other countries in the region. So how will that affect the, hopefully they can get a hold on that one. According to the minister, the effects of climate change and warmer temperatures we have been experiencing are to blame for the. We know them fungus, they love that heat.
Yep, we have to get one heat-resistant sugarcane.
They're banking on that. We'll have cooler temperatures as we move into November and December, but that's not always the case.
Yeah, but we can't bank on that. We don't know when to get worse, so we have to start to develop one stronger sugarcane strain.
Well, I don't know, honey. Yeah, they're saying this thing is normally like in the dirt, but no, it has started to affect the actual plant. So that's the deal with that. The the prepackaged sugar is not for the local market just yet. It's for the international market, the export market. And if it were, it's the idea, at least from the people in charge of sugar, that if they were to prepackage it, that would justify the increase in cost.
Yes, it would.
Well, the minister says, well, you know what, put the brakes on that. We have not yet decided on an increase in cost for sugar.
But it's not an increase in the cost for sugar. I mean, that's semantics, bro. They don't want to stop the trafficking.
Well, they did
of
say it
sugar
would
out of
help
the country.
reduce the smuggling of sugar, but you know how politics go. You can't just say, okay, increase the sugar. Some
So
might
then
agree.
package some.
That would be a. So what they said there, okay, they have an idea, and BSI has an idea, and I think they're gonna. A little jostling will happen there to see how that works out. That might be one of the ideas, Groove, right there. Let's put some and see how that works.
Yeah, but you know what happened, bro?
And I also said that. I don't know if that one be the thing, but it's taken to,
Yeah.
cabinet has been looking at it. They said, no, don't raise no price just yet.
Yeah, because the thing is, if they made a say we are raise the price and still have it in an only see-through price gouging bag, nobody may want that. But I know the problem if they say, you know what, we change the packaging, we pick up these cars because another retailers want to do that. They want to do that. BSI. So that justifies a price raise, you know. And for you to, and if that one help in keeping the sugar in the country, what the hell is there to look at? That's the goal, keep the sugar in the country.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the common sense view, but then there's the moment you take up price, it's a political punching bag right there. And
Yeah,
politicians don't like
political
things.
view.
So I think what they're saying is, okay, hold up, let's review this thing and see how this one works. And they might have a proposal as to how they want to approach that. I don't know what that might be. But they're just saying, hold on.
Yeah, let's not try to get to a solution too quick.
Yeah, well, the solution, I think they're looking at what that price would be, because that has to be considered. It's not just taking up the price. What would the increase in price be? So they have to look at that.
$1.10 and $1. Yeah.
Huh?
BSI already gave that.
What they did?
The BSI said the control price of white sugar would be $1, and the control price of brown sugar would be brown would be $1 and white would be $1.10.
Okay.
As opposed to 75 and 50 cents right now. So
okay. I mean, what you said would be a perfect thing. Let's send out something and see how that works. If people say, well, we're cool with that, roll with it. But I think they're just saying, they don't say, stop it, no. I think they're saying, let's pull it back for some consideration to see how this works.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Because I tell you, I like buying flour in the Belizean thing, the need 20 pound thing, the Belizean bag. I like buying rice the same way.
right.
And I don't like buy sugar where people, then take their hand. I don't know what whether they use to scoop the sugar in there. It's very unsanitary, among other things, So, yeah, I know that's what we've been doing, but we have to progress, man. We have to move ahead. So, if moving ahead means putting the sugar in our bag, put it in our bag.
All right. All right, you got a girly word. Well, I keep saying that. That's
You see,
let's
you got a
get man's-
girly word.
Let's get a man's perspective.
That's
Hey,
right.
Christy, you responsible for the girly word this week?
Yeah, they tell you how you
Yeah.
mean. She is a girly, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, you know what's funny? Okay. We
Guess
got
what?
a girly word.
You gotta let the butterfly.
That's right. We got a girly word. I don't know what this means, but hey, it's girly. I think I know, but I ain't saying
For
nothing.
sure, for sure. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As the butterfly flies northwest, the girly word says, be a pineapple.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my. Stand tall. Wear a crown.
Uh-oh.
And be sweet on the inside.
My
Oh,
God.
well, all right.
Well, you know what they say,
That was-
pineapples are good for men.
That I got completely the gutter when I saw that kind of a little thing. Thank you very much. Be a pineapple.
Isn't that what they say,
Stand tall.
group?
Oh, yeah, you're good for everybody. Yes, be a pineapple. Stand tall. Wear a crown. And be sweet on the inside.
Yes, and find yourself on
Ready?
some pizza. Swear.
That's right. What? X-nay on the pizza plate. All right. We got the first part of the man's perspective, ladies and gentlemen, as we glide through Tuesday at 29 minutes past the hour of 11 o'clock. The man's perspective for today has some estrogen in it, but it's our feminine side. One of the biggest lies ever told to us. Blood makes you family. No, blood makes you related. Loyalty, love, and trust makes you family.
Say it again.
Okay. One of the biggest lies ever told to us. Blood makes you family.
Ah.
No, blood makes you related.
Ah.
Loyalty, love, and trust makes you family.
What? Now the use of the
Ain't that right?
The use
Ain't
of the
that
correct
right, family?
It's the use of the correct words.
Yeah. Exactly.
Interesting.
You are related. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the second part of the man's perspective, brought to you by my family,
Yeah.
Mr. Frisco.
All right. Yesterday we spoke
I like
about men's decline in education, and we spoke about women, doing better in education by numbers than men.
Yeah.
And if everything played out how it should, then you should have more women in the places where they belong. Academically equal, right? But you know that, what we say. So we're talking about feminism. Women want the equal, right? Feminism, yes. It's good old feminism conversation. And men's response to the whole movement. There's a range of how men view the feminist movement.
Depends on how far they want to carry it.
Right. So there's several aspects how men view the feminist movement. And you probably find yourself in one of these categories. There's the pro-feminist men, of course. And
Yes.
These men support the feminist goals and believe that gender equality benefits everyone.
Yes.
These men advocate for changes in societal norms and policies to promote equality.
Yes. Here.
Some men actively participate in feminist movements, support women's rights, and work to dismantle the patriarchal structure. So, are you one of these men, Groove? That support
I am one of those men to a point, because there are certain things that I feel stay in their lane. But yes, I do support equality.
Then there's the men's rights activist people, like, okay, women's feminism, okay, well, how about the men's meninism?
The menu rights. Menu rights.
Yeah, so this group of men focus on issues they believe are overlooked by mainstream feminism, such as men's health, fathers' rights, and biases against men in family courts. Now, this is true in Belize.
Well,
In Belize,
even
there is the overall thought that men does not have a fair shake when they go to family courts. That the courts
As
are
DJ
designed for women and an advantage for women.
that's
that not-
worldwide. That's worldwide.
Worldwide? Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Well, I guess, 'cause this is
because worldwide, the common thought is that men are the men. We are the provide. You see, that's the whole thing with all of the alphabet. Because even in our moral level standing, the world know that man is supposed to pay the bill. That man is supposed to take care of this. That man is supposed to do that. But that I don't personally believe in equality. So when I hear them say that a woman have to pay child support, I applaud it. Equal in the one. If uno be in the position to pay it, then uno pay it. That not the man automatically should.
So the men's right activists probably aren't saying that women shouldn't have equal rights. They're saying, okay, so where's the equality when it comes to certain aspects, right? So if it's equal, why women seem to have an advantage? If you're wiping out men's advantages, we spoke about this in a couple. See, all of these things tie in. Well, anyway, that's the men's right. Then there's the anti-feminism men.
Wait, hold on. Then the man full of crap, Frisco. Then the man full of crap. Simple reason. This is a man's world, and we know that every medication that is made is tested on mostly men. It's made for men. Until a man say, I got a problem, they are making the medication for the man and the woman and get it. If the man not get the help when they complain about that because they never put it into effect, that then the wrong thing.
Well, some feel like they're at a disadvantage when it comes to certain things, and specifically they brought up men's health, fathers' rights, because many men believe that the woman has the upper hand when it comes to the rights of the child.
Yeah, that's societal norms.
Right. Good. So they're not saying women shouldn't have rights. They're just saying in certain aspects and categories, it's not equal. It's like, hey, welcome.
Yeah.
And the women would say, hey, welcome to my world. All right.
Yep.
And there's the anti-feminist man. Right? Yo, we straight up there with that. They oppose the feminist movements, often arguing that
Right.
feminism has gone too far. You've gone too far, Gussie.
You can't go there.
And it unfairly disadvantages men. They may support traditional gender roles and resist changes that promote gender equality. You might find yourself in that group.
Then they want a caveman. Then they want a caveman, you know.
For some
I
men,
think that is everything in moderation, though. It's in moderation.
right.
You know.
Well,
You
some
can't
men are
say-
some men are indifferent, neutral in
Yeah.
the fight. It is what it is.
Yeah.
They're not.
The
You know,
evolution.
yeah, they're not pro or against. They just say it is what it is. And some might find themselves in that group, the neutral man.
Yep. Oh my.
I go with the flow.
Yeah.
And then
That
there's
would
the
be-
masculinist men. This perspective emphasizes the importance now
Hmm.
of traditional masculinity
Of course.
and
Of
often
course.
critiques feminism for undermining male identity and male roles in
I deal with that
society.
too. I deal with that too.
Because they're saying certain roles are needed in society, like the role of a father and a son.
Yes. Yes.
Certain roles are needed by just, and if you erase these roles, then we have a problem.
Yes. You see, Mr. Frisco, because for thousands of years, society has worked on a basic principle. And in the last 50, somebody where they wear one dress decide we have to change this up now.
Auntie got it on the line, yeah. Serious thing.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes.
Morning. Hello. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, yes. What's up?
I got a call to call in this morning because there's a very interesting topic on discussion.
Oh, yeah?
But I never did hear it, you know.
Oh,
So I
okay.
make a call in anyway.
Yeah, we're just talking about the different perspectives of men's responses to feminism, and which group,
Men what?
which group you might find yourself under as a man, and your response to feminism.
Oh.
So we were
Okay,
discussing. We
you
were
talk to
discussing.
men, you need to talk to ladies.
No, this is a man's perspective. It's not a woman's perspective. It's a man's perspective. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. All
Well, I
right.
don't know if I could contribute to that.
Yeah, yeah. It's a man's perspective. It's a segment of the show that's the man's perspective.
Okay.
All right.
Well, all I
that-
know is that men are undervalued in a lot of cases.
See, there you go. That's how some men
Yes.
do. Yeah, some men are in that
The problem
category.
is that men need to be encouraged to fulfill their role.
And
they are-
that's the last group. Yes, the masculinist men.
But that only happened in the last 50 years because men had their role.
Yeah.
It's just now the last 50 years or 20 years we did try to figure out what our role now.
Yeah. Well, that's the movement. But thanks, Auntie Gaddy.
All right, bye.
Take care. You see
Have a
that,
good
and
day.
even some women share that viewpoint that some roles need to be filled by men. Some roles in society need to be filled by men. We can't play for
No matter how one architect design one building, you still need one basic structure. The girders have to be correct and everything have to have one basic structure. Once you start to mess up with that structure, you are mess up with the strength of the unit. You know, so I think that men always had that position, whether or not they deserved it, of the man at the head of the house. Even if the woman made it work and they make more money than the man, and the man whatever, the man was the head. And I think what happened, women, rightfully so, a few years ago decided, you know what? If the me to pull the weight, I should be the head. And I think that started that whole woman's thing, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Can we strike a balance? See somebody say
Yeah,
the same thing. Somebody say the same thing. The last 50 years we believe everything. Yeah. Okay, it's a long thing. We didn't have no choice. We believe them when they say they would leave for a week or two. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when you start talking
Yeah.
about men and women in relationships, you could go down any road you want with relationships.
That's a very
But
smart
we're talking
person
about
there,
women's
to
rights.
comment.
There could be a balance. There could be a
Yeah.
balance where, yeah, I could say,
Yep.
yeah, the women
Yo.
could work. Women could make their own money.
Yep, but
then the
women,
women could
do
say,
know.
I still adhere to certain things that the man will be the man in the family, responsible for
Yeah.
certain things, right?
For open the door, for pull out the chair, for
Mhm.
carry out the garbage, for fix the plumbing. That's the way the man want to do. At the same token, the woman does a certain job. I fix the plumbing. I do the carpentering. Dana cook. Dana do the laundry. You know, if I know to do the carpentering, I go and help her pin out. Sometimes I go and put the. I mean, there's a compromise. You know, there's
Yes,
a compromise.
balance.
but-
There's a balance.
yeah, but man still have to be man, and woman still have to be woman. You know.
Yeah, there are societal norms. There's the equality issue, and then there's also the fact that women are women and men are men.
Yeah, but you could have equality and still be gender correct.
Right.
You know.
Because as
and
a
again,
man,
with
same way, affectionately men look towards women for certain things. In the same
Mhm.
way women look towards men for certain things. But we could
Right, yeah.
accept everybody doing the job. Hey, you got your wife right there. If your wife could get the job and be the manager, go get that job. Hell
Look
yeah.
at you, Sonning.
Yeah.
Women could say what they want. If 5 women and 1 man, they in our room. One that one feminist, one that one stereotypical woman, one that big time, big dado. All of them got them thing. When Freddie Bussy in there, all of them are run behind the 1 man. All of them are run behind the 1 man to protect me.
Hey,
because you know
hey,
what?
hey,
all the frills
hey.
drop.
So man might run behind a man too, you know.
Yes. But then now when you realize all the frills and all the smoke and mirrors drop,
Well,
you
yeah,
realize
that's the traditional
this
rule
time
because
protect me now. Yeah. So you can't pick and choose.
I mean, well, yeah, and then, but again, it's a balance. It's a balance.
Right.
It's a balance. Some men feel again, and these are about the groups. Remember, I list the groups. Not pick out the one thing that I said.
Yeah.
There's a pro-feminist
I know,
man.
really.
There's the men's rights activist. There's the anti-feminist man. There's the man who, hey, it is what it is. And there's the masculinist man who believes that men still play
Plays a role, yeah.
in society. And you can't
Well, I tell you the
diminish
truth.
that role. Not saying
You know
that
that
a
me no
woman
lie to
shouldn't,
you.
you know. But yeah, hey.
You know that me no lie to you, and I tell you the truth. If I in a room with 5 women, I am protect them according to how they think about themselves. Because if you think you the woman, I am protect you, baby. Jump behind me. But if you the one who think that you equal to me, well, I push you in front of me. You go beat Freddy for me then. You
Yeah,
fight
well,
like
I
me,
mean,
go beat them.
yeah, well, when it comes to the danger part, there's always that. But, you know, in a natural course, where women should be allowed to have equal representation around the table.
Yes.
And I'm for that. I'm for that. Hey,
for
let's
that.
get it. They put it
I
down.
am.
Let's equal. 50-50. I there with
Yes.
that. In a relationship.
Yes.
50-50, baby. Come on.
I am for that, but I
Don't pick
have
and choose
heard
when you want to
women-
be feminist and when you
I
want to
have
be.
heard women who took it to the extreme way so that they don't even need a man to have a child. They don't need a man to raise a child. They are self-sufficient.
Well, that's their
And all
prerogative,
kind of
right?
thing. Yeah, but you see, and that's the one taking it to the extreme. Hello, Carla.
Quick call. Ram, what up?
Yeah. Equal rights, I agree with Steve or anybody with women, if they are willing to accomplish the equal rights. Don't cry when you start to feel pressure because then you wanted the rights. But no home, in my opinion, will make it without the role of the father. But a lot of the young boys, they didn't have no father role model or at least a grandpa role model.
Or
a
the
male
mother.
role
Or the
model.
mother.
I thank God that I grew up with a male role model, whether it was grandpa, uncle, older brother, pa, but I had role models, so I didn't have no way to stray away. And the final thing, since in the 80s, I noticed that around the world, like Steve said, the societies of the different countries, they want to impose equal rights for women, but the idea is not really for equal rights. The idea is to stabilize the power of men. And like Frisco said, anything woman do is like police, no worry. But when you do something, they come for you right away. But anyway,
Frisco said that?
the time is short. We talk another time, I could listen to you if you want to say something.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ram. I try to bring up the interesting topic earlier tomorrow.
Yeah, no, but these various parts, it's how men feel, how they, respond to the thing. Some feel like hey, I don't have a problem with 50-50. But there are scenarios where we feel like, okay, no, we're at a disadvantage in certain things. And we're not saying that women feel like they've been at a disadvantage. So it's striking the balance that works. I have no problem with that. Hey, I don't know why some man want to just control a woman. Oh, hell no. That doesn't
I know. Work. I got no problem with that 50-50
insecurities,
equal thing. But you could have 50-50 equal rights and know your role. You could still know your role. I could make as much money. I could do the same work. But at the bottom of the day, when I lose out my hair, I am a woman.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah, because
equal.
right, because
Yeah,
men
I'm not
really look
equal
to
to you
women.
physically.
Yes,
Yeah.
we look to women for certain things. We need y'all. That's why
Yeah,
we look for a woman.
exactly.
Right?
Right?
There's hey Groove. There are certain things only a woman can do.
That's right, baby.
Are you
That's
with
right.
me?
And
Are you with me,
I
sir?
hear you. I hear you.
All
And we
right.
don't want that to change because we love you, women.
Yes,
we
you don't
love
want
you.
that change. And we have, as long as we realize that, hey, we're at a disadvantage when it comes to, hey, baby,
Right?
there are things that only a woman can do.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
anybody else is lying.
We love you all.
But-
I got,
That's right.
yeah. All right. We gotta take a quick break right here and come back with
Birthdays.
yeah birthdays and do a quick weather thing here. All right. We'll be right back.
Mhm. That's right.
special birthday.
To celebrate.
All right, who we got here? Look familiar
Yeah.
face.
That's the Marconi Leal here representing the Peru North. Happy birthday to you, good sir. Coming to you from your friends, family, and constituents.
Yep.
Hope you have many more. That's right. Also celebrating a birthday today. This is Miss Nora Gillett. Happy birthday, Miss Nora, coming to you from all your children and all your friends. Wishing you many, many more.
Okay. And who's that right there?
Well, this young lady is Miss Kira Davis. Happy birthday to you, coming to you from your mom, Sky Boo.
Oh, okay.
Wishing you very, very happy birthday, and many, many more to come.
All right. Anybody else?
Yes. I do believe that's it.
In the book, there's Debbie Dominguez having a birthday today. Raquel Aranda, birthday today. Shauna Way, birthday today. Let's look person, look familiar. Is this the artist known as Boss Lady?
Boss Lady, yes, Shauna, Boss Lady.
Boss Lady birthday today. Boss Lady, big up yourself, man.
Happy birthday, Boss Lady.
Yeah. Nancy Perez, birthday today. Rodville Gladden, birthday today. Creole Gal on birthday today. Anna Marie Dawson, birthday today as well. Chanelli Walker, birthday today. Tisha Jones Stillett, birthday today. So happy birthday, all of y'all.
It's a very special day.
All right.
Did it. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Can we get the weather in quick?
Of course we can. Keeping with the topic today of bullying, ladies, we have Mr. Cattle here. Brandon Cattle. Here he is. Good morning, Brandon.
Moderate west to southwest and supports generally fair weather. 24-hour forecast calls for sunny skies today with a few cloudy spells. Tonight's skies will be partly cloudy. Shower activity will be isolated. Winds blowing west-southwest, groove at 10 to 20 knots.
Oh, Lord.
I see the trees are moving out there.
Did they move?
Yes. Sea state choppy, so look at that. Waves 3 to 5 feet. High temperatures today, 90 degrees along the coast, 94 inland, still warm, and 81 in the hills. Temperatures as low as 80 degrees Fahrenheit for the coast tonight, 72 inland, 68 in the hills. Boy, I'd want to be up in them hills.
Yes, chilly.
For the outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for similar weather conditions to prevail. Tides becoming high at 2:06 this afternoon. Low again at 6:34 later on. This evening, sun sets at 5:35.
Well, how dare you?
Moonset will be tonight at 9:45. Catherine Cumberbatch working there at the National Meteorological Service. And
Thank you, Catherine Cumberbatch and Brandon Cattle.
Yeah, as far as tropical storm Milton, 520 miles southwest of Tampa, Florida. That's the bullseye, it seems. Milton moving east-northeast at 9 miles per hour. So it's slow moving, as we said earlier. 10 miles per hour. It's a deadly storm, boy. While not coming here, it does highlight the devastation of these storms and the impact. And the hurricane season is not over.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. As for the next week, I don't see anything tropical for the next 5 days, though, in the Caribbean or anything like that. But, keep your eyes on the prize as we traverse these hectic months. November more than October, but yeah. And remember keep your little hurricane preparedness thing. Get all your papers
prepared.
Important documents, keep them in a safe place.
Together.
First aid kit, keep that right? Lighting, keep all the emergency stuff not
you
eat
know,
out the
one
chicken
place,
sausage.
one package.
Not eat out the
That's
chicken
right.
sausage.
Too late, too late.
But yeah, it's good to keep those things so that in the case of, because, you know, rapid intensification is a real thing. You go from, well, I think I could handle this tropical storm, and you go sleep, and when you wake up, it's a category 5.
That's right.
I know you have to
Happen
take
in
both.
hours.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah.
Well,
Our
thank you very
subject
much, Mr.
earlier for
Brandon.
those, what's that, Groove?
I would say thank you very much, Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Brandon.
yeah. Now, just to clarify, again, you got to listen to the discussion. The discussion is not about specific situations. There are specific situations where men and women behave in certain manner. We're not talking about specific situation. We're talking about an overall worldview of what's acceptable, and striking a balance between, you know, the topic was men's views on feminism.
Yes.
And there were
Yes.
5 categories. So we're not talking about one specific case where, no, that's not what we're talking about. We're not, you know, so we could always do that, but we're not doing that. So it's a broader discussion.
Somebody to rail up with, you know.
No, it's on Facebook, but you know, a young lady's putting up a thing and about a specific thing. If a man does this, you are not talking about that. If a man is a numbskull, he's a numbskull. There's nothing we can do about that.
True that.
Right?
True that. And
So
we,
that's not the topic.
And we
though.
do
We're
admit
not
there are a
talking
few
about,
of them
you
out
know,
there.
yeah, we're not talking about men. For men, you know, we're not talking about specific cases. We're talking about an overall view where men find themselves in one of these categories.
Yeah. I think people are nitpicking because at the bottom of the day, I think no matter what kind of woman you consider yourself to be, there comes a point when you want a man. And no matter what kind of outlook a man has, there comes a point when you want a woman. And those definitions should not change. No matter what kind of rights you get, the definition of a man and a woman should not change.
Well, yeah. Well, overall, you might find yourself in one of these categories. These are the main categories, right? So, yeah. There's the deal. We got to get on out of here.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you very much to our guests that we had today from the Welcome Resource Center. I want to remind everybody that the event is happening on the 16th of October from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Thank you all for tuning in, everybody that called and everybody that listened. We hope you have a great afternoon. We're going to see you tomorrow for Hump Day, the Hump Day edition of the Morning Stew. What do you want to say?
Old school picture, boy. Man, tell you.
I tell you, Chris did it pop down.
Yes, Christy, filling in the
All right.
blanks.
That's right. We're going to see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great afternoon. Take care of yourself. And don't forget, we love you. And appreciate you, too.
Yo.